Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave, and I have a really super cute card to share with you today. I apologize about my voice. I don't know what's going on with it. I think the move is getting to me. So anyway, I really love this card because it's so fun and happy, and it's really easy to do, and it incorporates a couple of my favorite things actually, 3 to be exact. It incorporates butterflies, colors of aqua, shades of aqua, and Stampin' Blends. So I love all of those things. So let me show you how I put it together because it is pretty easy. I'm going to start with a half a sheet of Bermuda Bay. Now all of the supplies, dimensions, and photos are on my blog, and you can click the little link right below here to see all of that information in the description of this video. All right, so I folded my Bermuda Bay card in half, and I'm going to take a strip of 2 1/4 by 5 1/2 of Coastal Cabana, one of the best colors there ever was. And I'm going to ink up the background stamp handwritten. This is what the stamp looks like. It's really cute. And it adds a great background to just about anything. So I've just got my stamp right here. I'm going to ink it up with my Coastal Cabana ink pad, which is nice and easy to do, which of course I love that part. And then I'm going to place my cardstock right on top of this, like so. And then I just have a block here. I'm going to rub it like that. So really easy to use this background stamp, like so. So there's our background. Super cute, and it just adds a nice little touch to the back of our card. Okay, next I will adhere this to my card with some liquid glue. This is my adhesive of choice in lieu of Fast Fuse, which was discontinued. And you can see I don't have very much on here. I know you're gonna laugh. I can't find the cap to this glue, and so it's been sitting on my desk for, let's just say, some time. So I think it's stopped up. I need to just get my unsticking tool, which is nothing more than a paper clip, but I don't have any paper clips handy right here right now. I gotta go all the way over to my desk to get one. I know, it's so much work. I'm kidding. All right, I'm gonna put a little paper to protect my background, and then we're gonna do the stamping. So I'm using the set Beautiful Day, which is a great stamp set. It's got the big flower, the big butterfly, some little flowers, and a couple of nice sentiments that come with it. And I'm simply going to stamp this in some black Memento ink so that I can color it with my Stampin' Blends. Now, if you want to color it with a different method, I would recommend using permanent ink such as Black StazOn. And then whatever your favorite coloring method is, watercolor pencils, blender pens, aqua painters, and ink pads, whatever your heart desires. So I've inked this up, and I'm just going to stamp part of the butterfly on here, like so. Give it a good press, and there we are. So we'll give that a second to dry. I'm also going to take, I've got a little scrap. This is left over from cutting cardstock layers. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment from this stamp set in some Bermuda Bay. Now this sentiment is just so sweet, always thinking of you, and I love how nice a sentiment that is because it's perfect for a lot of different occasions, whether it's somebody who's going through a hard time or somebody who's been very good to you. Whatever the reason, this is a great card to send to somebody, and it's always nice to know someone's thinking of you, I think. So I punched the end of this, and then you're gonna laugh. This is how I want to trim the end. So I'm lining it up on the corner of my card here so that I know I'll cut it straight. So there we go. All right, I'm going to set that aside, and we will pop that up over the top of this in just a minute. All right, now to put the rest of this card together, what we need to do is a little coloring. So for that, I've got my Stampin' Blends, and I'm using 3 sets of blends, really 2. I've got my Bermuda Bay, my Pool Party, and then I'm going to use the light Old Olive. And then I also have my color lifter because I'm going to use that to kind of lighten up some areas. So I'm going to start with the easiest part first, which is this right here. I'm going to color this with my light Old Olive. And then that way it is nice and light. And the funny thing about this card is I actually created it based on some leftover pieces I had. And I wanted to use the square. So the whole card started with the square. And now what I'm going to do is color in each of the different sections a little bit differently. You can do this however you want. But what I've chose to do is have a couple light sections here. So I'm going to start with putting in my darker pool party here and here. And then we'll blend that out with my light pool party, going over the top here and here, and then really paying attention to the blending over the, the overlap portion. So we get beautifully blended color. So isn't that beautiful to start with? I love it already. Next, I'm going to take and do some of the dark Bermuda Bay. And, it really doesn't totally matter if you start with the light or the dark. It's just, you got to start someplace. So I've got some dark here, and then I'm going to put some dark over here and some dark here. And then some dark here and here. And here. There, we should be good now. All right, then I'm going to come back with some light Bermuda Bay. I'm going to color that in and this in. And then I'm going to do a little bit here and a little bit here and here. And here, and here, but not here. Okay, now I'm going to take my dark pool party, and I'm going to go over that area as well. Blending and blending and blending, same thing. And you guessed it, we're going to keep going. Now here's where I'm doing a lot of blending. And you can probably see. I'm also probably going to come back with that darkest color again, just so I get a nice, good gradient. You really want to see that kind of shine. Really get some good color mixing. All right, so there we go. I'm also going to do just a little bit of color lifter here and probably down in here, just so it really is nice. And then when you're happy with the blending, you can stop. Sometimes I kind of keep going. It's terrible. But I really want the nice extra good color. Okay, so there we go. I think that looks pretty good so far. Now I'm going to adhere this to my card base. You know what? I just realized I do have... All right, so we're going to take a pin and see if we can get this unclogged. Oh yeah, there we go. It's got a little goober in there. So we'll get rid of that. And then we should be good to go. The things you got to do when you lose the cap to your glue. I should just find another one, but this should work. There we are. It's coming out. But I do like to stress that I don't use very much of this glue. It really does stick well. It's a very thin line that I've put on here. And then I don't go too close to the edges, and then that way my fingers stay free of sticky glue because I don't like being sticky. Ha! I bet you don't either. All right, so there we go. We're going to take and pop that up onto our card because it's super duper cute. Popped up, of course. And that is like, I literally am fairly incapable of making a card without popping something up. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I've got that right there, like so. Next, I'm going to pop up my sentiment because that's cute too. And then We'll just put a couple on here. Then we're just going to do a little embellishing with my new favorite embellishment, which are these gorgeous glimmer dots. I got to show you a full pack because the purple ones are in the, the purple ones are in the full pack. Look at that. They're so awesome. And look at how happy they are. I love happy embellishments. Okay, so I'm going to take a few of these and just do a little embellishing. So I'm going to place them here. I'm kind of doing different sizes. So there's a couple. Stick one over here. And then maybe a couple over here. We'll do a big one up here and a little one here. And this just adds a nice little bit of glitter and glimmer to my card, and it's just kind of fun. So there we go, you guys. I hope you loved this card. If you need to purchase any of the supplies, please click on the links below and you can shop my online store. And of course, whenever you order through the Creativity Cave, you become a VIP rewards member. And I've got a great VIP program that I would love to include you in. And I thank you for stamping with me, guys. I will see you soon. Bye.